Okay, well, it's been 3 weeks since my last spotlight was made, but I'm pretty much caught up with all of my chores and my duties around the house, doing all the maintenance, and now I have a little room to exhale. So, why did I title today's spotlight a side quest? Well, I've read the Book of Mormon at least 120 times in my life, and I can't remember a time when the record of Zenith did not feel like a side quest, like this big subplot in the Nephite narrative. Now, the record of Zenith comprises Mosiah chapters 9 through 22, as we read in this header. That's a whopping 14 chapters that I think is worthy of being its own book. Then there's another subplot to this subplot in Mosiah chapters 23 and 24 with Alma's account of his escape to Zarahemla with a large company of repentant believers. I think we should have had a first book of Mosiah and a second book of Mosiah with a book of Zenith sandwiched in between with Alma's account appended to this record since Alma's people were part of this group of Nephite colonizers. It's a weird mess with Ammon, who was a descendant of Zarahemla, who sought to determine the fate of Zenith and his people, followed by our journey of discovery of 3 generations of an apostate mess under Zenith's son Noah, who became king, and then Zenith's grandson, son of Noah, who then tried to make things right. This same Ammon, after learning all the history of this Nephite colony in their ancestral home, which had become enslaved by Lamanites, helps Limhi's people, who is Noah's son, with an escape plan in order to return to Zarahemla. So, let's get started. I'm just going to read Mosiah chapter 9, verses 1 through 5. I, Zenith, having been taught in all the language of the Nephites, and having had a knowledge of the land of Nephi, or of the land of our fathers' first inheritance, and having been sent as a spy among the Lamanites that I might spy out their forces, that our army might come upon them and destroy them. But when I saw that which was good among them, I was desirous that they should not be destroyed. Therefore I contended with my brethren in the wilderness, for I would that our ruler should make a treaty with them. But he, being an austere and a bloodthirsty man, commanded that I should be slain. But I was rescued by the shedding of much blood, for father fought against father, and brother against brother, until the greater number of our army was destroyed in the wilderness. And we returned, those of us that were spared, to the land of Zarahemla to relate that tale to their wives and their children. And yet I, being overzealous to inherit the land of our fathers, collected as many as were desirous to go up to possess the land, and started again on our journey into the wilderness to go up to the land. But we were smitten with famine and sore afflictions, for we were slow to remember the Lord our God. Nevertheless, after many days wandering in the wilderness, we pitched our tents in the place where our brethren were slain, which was near to the land of our fathers. And it came to pass that I went again with 4 of my men into the city, in unto the king, that I might know of the disposition of the king, and that I might know if I might go in with my people and possess the land in peace. And this is where all the fun begins.